office on suspicion that there are plans to loot the facility by persons who are opposed to the anticipated change in leadership.
We decided to gather ourselves as law-abiding citizens of the local government to have a personal security around the council premises to protect our properties from being looted, because these properties were built and bought by the council funds, which we are owners of.
According to them, any attempt by the chairman to remain in office would be resisted.
It would be unwise for anybody elected for 3 years, which was the last midnight, to say that he will not leave power. Power has left you. You have no choice than to obey the law, because it is a treasonable offense to challenge the state.
If you look at the ground, you see bullet shell casing. You have one. You see bullet shell casing. They came here with SP Masalachi. They shot at us, live ammunition. 2 persons were injured. They shot over 30 tear gas canisters. So for what reason? What is this still doing here?
The atmosphere in Obiakpon local government secretariat was also tense. Protesters forced their way into the complex to vent their anger at officials who insist on continuing in office.
We are not the people that will say a thing and will go behind to do a different thing. No. We will match our word with action. If anybody thinks he owns Obiakpon more than, or let him come out.
The protest quickly spread to other parts of the state and has worsened fears that the situation may escalate further when work resumes after the public holidays. Uche Okoro, TVC News, Port Harcourt.
Quite interesting developments, and then we'll be seeking legal understanding to some of these things, and as well as our callers, our viewers from home who would like to join the conversation. Definitely the line to get through into the studio, and definitely get it on the screen. Let me start off with the lawyer, political affairs analyst, Barrister Jide Ologun. It's good to see you this morning.
Thank you very much.
And I'm sure you are actually following the developments in River State, because first and foremost, I would like us to have an overview of the situation in River State, because the politicking and intrigue since the birth of the Fubara-led administration is nothing short but messy in the states. What's your reading of this imbroglio unfolding in River State?
This is a test for the rule of law. The rule of law states that everyone is subject to the law of the land, that nobody is above the law. But here we are now. There are some players who are saying that they will not respect the laws of the land by virtue of political influence. And anyone who is on the side of decency in governance should not toe that line of reasoning. And what is the situation here? The local government areas are creations of Section 7 of the Nigerian Constitution 1999 as amended. And of course, the argument of those who are claiming that they will not leave office, sprang from a law that was made, I think Law 2 of 2024, extending the tenure of local government chairmen and councillors by 6 months after the expiration of the tenure. But then the court has pronounced on that law and expunged it as null and void. You see, and if you are not, because what you have in Section 9, subsection 1 of the Rivers State Local Government Law, number 5 of 2018, is that the chairman and councillors will be in office for 3 years, 2 terms of 3 years if you are re-elected. Yeah. And the moment the expiration comes, you are expected to step out of office. And it's very clear that we are expected, particularly when we have those who claim to be practicing democracy, to respect the law of the land. And we can now see how the citizens are rising up to say, no, you cannot do this, you cannot extend your stay in office. And the governor has gone ahead to appoint those who will take over, which, of course, is another legal matter. But the big concern now is that it appears we are pushing legality to the sidewalk in the country. Because if you look at the action of the local government chairman who have refused to leave office, it's also a treasonable offense, a crime under Section 1, subsection 2 of the Nigerian Constitution 1999 as amended, that they all swore an oath to respect. So where are we going? And the big question politically and governmentally is that what is the big deal in that office that will make you to say, okay, after 6 years, I won't go, I must remain here.
After 3 years.
After 3 years of first term and 3 years of another term. Maybe not all of them have served the 6 years. But what the law says is that you are entitled to a term of 3 years, which expired on the 16th of June, 2024. So what is expected is for you to disembark. But some of them came up with the argument that the governor also should have conducted an election to the local government offices. But we are monitoring, and I want to liken this to a flight. You flew in from New York City to Murtala Mohammed International Airport, and you refused to disembark from the aircraft. I mean, you must substantiate what contract you have to remain in that aircraft after the flight has been brought to conclusion. But generally, we are testing the laws of the land, the system of governance in the country, because if you look at Section 4 of the Nigerian Constitution 1999 as amended, it says clearly that the National Assembly and also the State House of Assembly shall make laws for the peace, orderliness, and good governance of Nigeria. So, where is the peace? Right. Where is the orderliness?
So going by what you said, you actually made reference to what the G60, of the members of the House of Representatives actually, made. They made a recommendation to Governor Simla Ifubara that, quoting Section 37 of the Criminal Code Act 1 and 2, to charge the former local government chairman for treason because they are refusing to leave the office after the expiration of their tenure, even though they said that they are abiding by the Amaule-led assembly, giving them the 6 month time to stay in office for. Doesn't this amount to killing a fly with a sledgehammer?
It's not killing a fly with a sledgehammer. It's, in the first instance, your failure to kill the fly, that you are now looking for a sledgehammer. There is what you call reinforcement theory in industrial psychology, which means if you don't prevent the fire at the point of the kitchen, it may consume the whole house. The case of Rivers State imbroglio is not fresh, it's not new. You remember that the same governor and the House of Assembly members got involved in serious issues that led to the burning of the House of Assembly complex, that's even right, the demolition of the House of Assembly complex at a cost to the citizens. You see, and the decamping of about 26 members of the House of Assembly, and now they are stranded, because their seats in the House of Assembly has been declared vacant. So all these battles are not necessary when people come into office to serve. And there is this school of thought claiming that the former governor of the state, Nyesom Wike, who is now the minister of the Federal Capital Territory, is trying to manipulate the power structure in Rivers State to remain in control. That is a discussion for another day. But again, speaking about the peculiar situation that we have in Rivers State right now, Rivers State appears to be a politically hybrid state, where it's standing on one leg in PDP and on the other leg in APC, which is a new intro.
They describe it as PDAPC.
Exactly. And it's a new intro into the Nigerian politics. Right. So what is going on now may attract more of political attention than governance attention, in the sense that APC is waiting to corner Rivers State and annex it, while PDP is saying, no, we are not going to leave the structure. But the governor appears to be waking up now to the reality of being relevant and being seen to be in charge in his own state. But So having said all this, we need to look at the laws governing all these interactions and be sure that what the citizens in Rivers State are entitled to get delivered to them.
Speaking about the law, I want you to still help us, make, quite understanding of these, legalese in Rivers State, because some of those you've spoken to, but I would like you to, further expatiate on them, because this not issue, the issues in Rivers State, there is this local government law number 2 of 2024, which you quoted, whose provisions extended the tenure of the local government chairman for 6 months. There is also that of Section 9, subsection 1 of the Rivers State number 5 of 2018 that fixes 3-year tenure for local government chairman and councillors. And there is the Constitution, which you also made reference to. And there is a Rivers State High Court ruling declaring Amawule Assembly null and void. And they will also claim that there is also that of the Court of Appeal. There is a Superior Court, Federal High Court, which has the jurisdiction to give certain ruling or judgments. Help us understand this legalese. It's quite a knotty issue, and we need to untangle it. Could you help us do that?
It's not knotty. It's just been given political interpretation. And a wise man said that the lowest level of knowledge is assumption. It's very clear. The 2018 law states that the local government chairman and councillor shall occupy office for 3 years, for one term, may be entitled to a second term, which presupposes that there should be an election. And now, the law number 2 of 2024 that the House of Assembly prompted was to the effect that the expiration of the tenure set by Section 9, subsection 1 of the Rivers State Local Government Law of 2018 can be extended by 6 months.
That's right.
All right? But somebody went to court, and we have 3 arms of government: the executive, the legislative, and the judiciary. The role of the judiciary is to interpret the laws. And Honorable Justice Kyo, in his wisdom, came to the conclusion that that law extending the tenure is null and void, and vacated it. So, when a law is null and void, it means it is standing on nothing. So if you attempt to stand on it, you stand to sink. But politicians, it's just like a man who fell into water seeking for what to hold. And that's why I'm saying that we must be serious as a people to give the laws of the land the honor they deserve. Because right now, the actions of these local government chairmen is treasonable. We have that in Section 1, subsection 2 of the Nigerian Constitution 1999 as amended. But what are we going to do about it?
That's right.
Who is going to be arraigned? Who is going to be prosecuted? You see, those are issues. So when we give political considerations, then we make the environment permissive, and people take laws into their hands.
That's right.
I mean, you saw the video of the local government chairman threatening the governor that nobody who will take him out of office. And I mean, even in human resource management,
all right,
there is what you call hierarchy of authority.
We have one of the chairmen on Zoom who is joining us in the studio, joining us via Zoom. That's Dr. Samuel Wanosike, chairman, Ikwere local government area. We don't know whether to say the chairman or the former chairman, but then definitely you will definitely weigh in on this matter. We've been monitoring situations, in Rivers State, and what happened yesterday seemed like a climax to the death, leading to the death of 2 persons in Rivers State as an interested party and without prejudice to the matter before the appeal court. Help us understand what you and your colleague are all out for.
Okay, thank you very much. I don't know if I've been given an opportunity to join you fully because I've been on standby. So
no, you are in. You're in. You're in. Carry on.
I can't see the show, so I don't know who is my other colleague. But it's all the same. The matters are just very clear and obvious. You see, when we have come to a level where those who swore to uphold the Constitution decide to deliberately break the letters of the Constitution and make us look as if we live in a parallel republic, and get guns like our brother who are there in the studio to shoot the direction they wish the law should go, then it becomes unfortunate that those are the people.
Dr. Wanosike,
let me respond.
You would like to speak to the issue. The person in the studio is a lawyer. Is a lawyer, so he's actually given legal understanding to some of the things that we are talking about in university. So you just speak based on the way you understand.
You should give the proper understanding. If he's a lawyer, I thank God Almighty that for what you have started speaking of. Because we're asking ourselves a question: how come the crisis in Kano, lawyers came up to the occasion and they stopped this issue of conflict court orders and shenanigans that were happening in Kano? Now peace has restored in Kano. They are waiting for the judiciary to take proper steps and get the matter sorted out. That's why we have executive, legislative, and judiciary. Now, the lawyer in the studio is aware that there is a court judgment from Justice Omotosho's court given on the 24th of January 2024. From January till now, the governor of Rivers State has ample time to represent the budget that court ruling told the governor that you have no business to take a budget to a 4-man assembly when you have a 27-man assembly. The governor decided not to appeal that judgment, and he doesn't even want to hear the judgment, including those who are in his support. If you mention a such judgment, it's like the world will come to an end, because the judgment clearly said that Martin Sabebule-led assembly is the actual assembly of the River State people, and they should be allowed to perform their function. All of them by them are legal for the people of River State, and that the governor should not interfere in their sitting. The governor should not interfere. The governor should not do caretaker. This caretaker the governor has done today is in breach of Omotosho's judgment. That is, let me hold it on that. Now, what did the governor do? The governor comes back to shop for interim injunctions from Kyo, from Wale, and they turn around and they say, oh, the law made that Basa Mewule has been shut down. Okay, what about that? What about the ruling of Bassam? The ruling of Justice Bassam that happened in the most correct ruling that says that you couldn't prove beyond reasonable doubt to us in the court that these people have defected. Because defection is not just by main statement. You cannot just come from your house and say, oh, their seats have been vacated. No. Action should be taken. The law says in 1092 whose responsibility to take that action. Now, this is a year. Oko Jumbo and the other two lawmakers, Good Boy Sokare and the other one from Korok, they were all suspended members of the National Assembly on the same day Edison was impeached as the leader of the River State 10th Assembly. These men know the rules of the House. So you cannot be on suspension and you're claiming that you're speaker. Speaker to who? As we speak today, they went to Wale. They got an entry injunction that's supposed to last for 7 days. They say they have formed a new assembly of a speaker, deputy speaker, and leader, no member. This assembly has sworn in an attorney general. This assembly has sworn in commissioners. This assembly has gone ahead today to screen caretaker committee members who are to be sworn in by the governor. The same governor that his lawyers told that the Court of Appeal, who is trying to bring peace to this matter, say status quo should remain. Nobody should take steps to create crisis. The governor has gone ahead to conduct himself in a manner in disagreement with our law, claiming that he is the law. As far as we are concerned, Governor Kumara is the law of River State. Because through his press conference, he's now bringing an administration. First of all, he said a head of local government should take over. Now he's also saying, oh, that he did caretaker, that they should take over immediately. The question, the answering what my brother was saying there, is that you struck down the law. As you go to the letter of all the law and find out which part of the law that Kyo struck down. And to say, if Kyo gave an order and Bassam gave a counter order, to say that issue you're raising with Kyo can't stand. Because these people remain authentic members because they've not defected. APC have stated through their legal counsel that these people are not members of their party. PDP have said that these people are still members of their party. That the APC they are registered and they are not there to say they are defected. And the law, my Lord Bassam said, you couldn't prove you came to court. Then because you came to court, you couldn't prove that they are affected. So
Doctor,
all laws made by them are valid. So why are you turning around now to bring local government chairman? Are we the one that refused to do local government election?
Dr. Wanosike,
giving approach the governor.
Dr. Wanosike,
no budgetary provision to conduct local government election.
All right, sorry to butt in your line of thought, if you can hear me. In all of this conversation or everything unraveling in River State, What we are actually asking for is peace, which a colleague of yours had actually called for, and even some of even you yourself, had called, sued for calm and peace in the state. So the fact that Governor Similai Fubara had asked the heads of local government administration to take over, to take charge of the 23 councils, just to ensure that there is smooth running of the administration, pending the time the Court of Appeal will give its ruling on this matter. Do you not feel that could bring some semblance of serenity in the climate of River State?
No, you cannot build something on what you expect it to stand. The governor's press conference is not known by law to create an administration. We're talking about 3 tiers of government here: federal, state, and local. So where in the letter of our law that the governor has the power to make such pronouncement? It is not existing. The simple matter is that if the governor wants to make sure we have peace, it's for the governor to approach the University House of Assembly as led by Martin Samewule. And like they did in Adamawa State and I think Akwa Ibom State, it is the assembly that will lead the governor to do the needful. Even this caretaker that the governor wants to do, if the assembly has given him the power, say yes, you have the right to go ahead with caretaker, pending when we resolve this issue, then it will have been law. It's not by press conference. Okay, are you saying, sir, that the president of Nigeria, if we have, for instance, we have a crisis in the state, can go through a press conference and select people to manage the state? No, that is not known to our law. So the point we are making, sir, is that if the Court of Appeal has said, please maintain status quo, the governor of River State has had our allocation for 3 months, not of more by the 4th month. No worker, no political appointee, no elected council worker, whether councillor, vice chairman, or local government chairman, or security, have been paid the time for the past 3 months. All our allocation he has seen. We are not worried. We need not to fight. We need to protest the simple exceed our allocations. We believe that if the judicial, like we're in Supreme Court, thanks to Mr. President, who are taking this to the Supreme Court, let's have this interpretation of autonomy properly, and let's know where we are. If the Constitution says that the governors should be the one after the elected governors to be the one to appoint those that manage the torture system, then so be it. I am a local government chairman, I've done my best.
Yeah.
But I sworn to the Constitution, right, to uphold the Constitution. And if the Assembly, as not by law, Martin Samewule led out of Assembly, and decided by Dr. Bassam, have said that we should give another service to our people for 6 months, for us to give the governor ample time to present a supplementary budget and provide funds for SEC to conduct local government elections. It's just 3 months, 90 days notice that is required by the law. And the election will be conducted. Then whoever wants to contest the election will come and get elected by the people, and then we say we'll have democracy. Don't forget, Section 7.1 of our Constitution says clearly, the only recognized government is the government elected by the people at the third tier level. In Section 8, he also goes ahead to explain further that this is how our law should go, and this is what local government do. So let the lawyers need the opportunity to call on the BA president. Nigerians are watching. The people that died yesterday probably would have been alive today if NBA that have been the defense of democracy would have risen to the occasion. What we are seeing is that it's like people have decided to keep quiet to allow River State bomb, for whatever reason known to them.
Yeah.
But for us, we will always stand by the law, and we are calling on the Inspector General of Police that the signs we are seeing in River State is not comfortable. That he needs to send other security heads to come into River State, because it's like our police structure is overwhelmed. Because we are hearing instructions now that there's a propaganda that if after they leave government from swearing in, the police should escort them into council. That is calling for anarchy. That is trying to push the people to
that has not been ascertained. It's just in the realm of speculation.
No river person is laying seed. What we are seeing that government led by NDC here, the chief of staff to the governor and the governor's ADC and other people are masquerading people going from local government to local government. I don't know why it's the here. A man from my other east who meet his local government is going from one local government. He virtually went out of local government yesterday, breaking councils. Like my local government, he came to my local government like 11 p.m. in the night. Broke into my council with help of security agents that escorted from government, shooting GPMG all around the place.
Anyway, Dr. Wanosike, let's have a conversation. Yesterday, it seemed like everything was just going to turn upside down until the police actually stepped in, and then we heard of 2 persons who lost their lives in the process. We saw some youth who took over some of these local government areas, saying that they are acting instead of, they're acting in Governor Fubara's stead, trying to protect the facilities and all of the things that belong to the state. What do you think, what is the current situation as we speak, and how are you relating with some of these youths to ensure that the people of Rivers State will get some reprieve from this, hullabaloo?
Okay, first of all, when you see a situation where known cultists and criminals, like in my local government, we had a situation where cultism ravaged our local government from 2015 till about 2018, and we had a bitter struggle with it for us to win back our community. Our mothers found it difficult to go to farm. Our sisters were being raped. People had unwanted babies out of fear and threats, and people vacated the entire 13 wards in Ibadan. We were living outside this local government. Even when we had the city governor who was from this local government. But the people sat back and said, if we have been abandoned, we'll come together as a community and restore back our land. And these young youths who were committing this crime then, all of them were chased away from the local government. Do you know what has happened now? The governor has returned all of them for all the places they ran to. So as we speak now in the local government, we are seeing those who maimed people, who killed people in the name of cultism, coming back and holding people and saying it's Fubara that Governor Fubara said they should come back and chase away everybody. And you think he can take this for too long? The people don't want to go back to the yesterday crime. The people don't want to be living with fears. The people they've been enjoying their life since cultism ended in Rivers State. Everybody has been happy, life has returned, business has been growing. But now, non-state actors are not the one going to take over councils, that the governor is the one, through his chief of staff and him, and all those he's working with are the ones that they are working for. For crying out loud, the local government chairman can't loot the councils because they built these councils. We built our top-tier system in Rivers State. I challenge anybody to come and show us any set of local government chairman that can say they can stand this set of local government chairman and the work we did for our people. So why would I go and loot something I work for my people? My office was locked yesterday. When they came by 11 a.m., the chief of staff to Governor Fubara ordered that you break my office, and as we speak, the office is looted. It's looted. Right. This is an office that had an area commander with all his police divisions came here and told us we should go, that they have taken over the security, the CP has ordered that they should seal up the whole council, and we obeyed and we left. Only for them to, as soon as we left, 1 hour later, they came with heavy police present shooting, leaving the chief of staff into my council, who is not from my local government, who has no business in my local government. Right.
Dr. Samuel Wanoseke, you would like to hang on with us as we take this quick break, and then when we come back, I'll definitely ask you, Barrister Jide Ologun, regarding some of the issues or some of the things that he said, and what you think the law says about this. Just stay with us here on This Morning. We'll be right back.
The TVC News at 7 and the TVC News at 10 are not like any other news broadcast.
It's the big news hour, the hour for the big breaking stories.
We've got some of the best reporters on the field,
taking you through as it happens.
It's fast-paced, hard-hitting,
with investigations that matter.
bringing in news that affects your life.
With sports, entertainment, and business news, so you don't miss a thing.
Experience resourceful coverage with depth.
Everything.
Every major news story is with many perspectives and layered with different levels of impact.
Hello. What time did this happen? We will be right there.
At TVC News, we follow the big and major news, gathering the facts, witnessing the outcome.
I am here live at the aftermath of the approval of the new national minimum wage.
We are TV Station of the Year, not just for breaking news, but for being first, fair and accurate. TVC News, first with breaking.
This morning on TVC News, and we've been talking about the developments in Rivers State, where the mayhem in Rivers State, where Wike Fubara field disputes to local government headquarters. We heard that the ex-council bosses were chased out yesterday, and then they pulled out former Governor Nyesom Wike's statue, billboards, etc. And people have been reacting. I've been speaking with Dr. Samuel Wanosike, who's the chairman, Ikwere local government area. And then also, I've been speaking as well with lawyer, political affairs analyst, Barrister Jide Ologun. Let me start off this second half with Mr. Jide Ologun. He had actually, said some things, and he referenced the courts, what the Federal High Court judgment made by Justice Omotosho, recognizing the Martins Amaiwule as the speaker. And there is also another state high court judgment, which he also spoke to, that's at variance, with this. Which one takes precedence, really?
Thank you very much. And let me acknowledge the emotional ventilation we just experienced. You see, in the law school, we were taught to keep our gunpowder dry and to focus on issues. And may I put it on the table that the issue before us today is the fact that the tenure of the local government chairman elapsed. And instead of leaving office, some are saying they will not leave office. It has little to do with the status of the House of Assembly. That is another political issue. And what we are focusing on is that what is the position of the law as of today? And let me reiterate, by virtue of Section 9, subsection 1 of the Rivers State Local Government Law, number 5 of 2018, the local government chairman is expected to be in office. It is true that the House of Assembly now came up with an amendment saying there should be 6 months extension, and that was tested in the court and vacated as a law that could not stand. That is where we are today. So all the House of Assembly, whether they are still members of PDP or not PDP or budget, those are issues apart. And we are testing this recent action and drama on the scale of the rule of law. Now, what is expected? And what one would have expected was that, okay, my tenure expires. Let me step aside. If I'm not satisfied, I go to court. You see, I pity the judiciary. Because everyone bashes the judiciary from left, right, and center. Even the Kano matter he made reference to. The Judicial Council has summoned some of the players in the judiciary on this matter. People rush to judiciary, but we are stating the position of the law today. If people have battles with Governor Fubara, I'm not from Rivers State, it's their political battle. But I am out to say, let's give the rule of law the credit it deserves. Because the disservice you do to the rule of law today may rise up to haunt you in the future.
So are you saying that Governor Simlai Fubara, who had asked the heads of local government administration to take charge of the 23 councils in the state, is constitutional?
I'm not saying it's constitutional. In fact, this issue of local governments and states, it's a great joy for me that the federal government has gone to the Supreme Court to start from the basis of this joint account. And again, even this joint account is established in Section 162, subsection 6 of the Nigerian Constitution 1999 as amended, that the funds of the local government should go through the state. And maybe that is one of the challenges we have there. I was involved in an interview with one of the former local government chairmen in the same Rivers State also, who did not want to state what they experienced in terms of having access to these allocation funds. In fact, his own position is that it has become a tool in the hands of the governor. So what we are saying is that whatever we need to do to restructure so that we have a flow of governance that delivers goodness to the people, and that does not make that environment a war front. And talking about those who are brought in, whether they are cultists or not, is part of the extension of politics.
That's right.
If people have been groomed, like it is done in the UAE, like it is done in Singapore, if people are empowered, as Section 16 of the Nigerian Constitution 1999 as amended demands, if what we have in Section 14, subsection 2 of the Nigerian Constitution 1999 as amended that says that the security and the welfare of the citizens shall be the primary purpose of government, we will not be where we are now.
Right. We have a caller joining in, Professor Edmond from Enugu. The ball is in your court.
Hello?
Yeah, carry on, Professor Edmund. We can hear you.
I've been listening to the debate that is going on in your studio between the learned gentleman there. As I've been listening to the debate going on in that studio between the learned gentleman there and the former President Chairman of Ikwere, Dr. Wanosike. As a matter of fact, there's a political quagmire in Rivers State. And somehow, the judiciary has to be blamed for all these shenanigans. Why do I say that somehow that the judiciary should be blamed? Because of this, there is so-called interlocutory orders flying all around River State to the detriment of the masses. So, to my own mind, the problem in River State requires political solutions and not legal solutions. The president has tried in the past to bring about a political solution, but the protagonists are not interested in solving that problem.
That's right.
And the way the governor is going about this matter is not even good. The governor is not even playing the position or the role of a father. He's even handling the problem in River State. And as a matter of fact, it requires an external intervention. Otherwise, River State will be a river of blood.
Right. God forbid.
May God forbid.
Yeah, that's right. Amen. Thank you for that. Thank you for actually putting that prayer there, Professor Edmund. Thank you so much for your thoughts on this. Let me still stay with you. I'll come to you shortly, Dr. Wanosike. He said that we need external intervention, and we've had this before, and we see the fallout of this because the president had actually tried to wade into this crisis, and here we are. How do you think we can broker peace among these warring parties to end this impasse once and for all?
It lies within Rivers State there. There are those we call opinion leaders in public relations, and there are political leaders. But I have mentioned something sensitive. There are cross allegations. Tell me, who owns Rivers State today? Is it APC or PDP? Politically. You may say PDP. But with the stature of Nyesom Wike in the Rivers State politics, you may not be, because...
Wike is still PDP.
I know, you see, we started saying these things years ago, even before the election that brought in this new government. Where is the constitution of PDP when the G5 rose up and said they were not loyal to the presidential candidate of PDP, but loyal to the presidential candidate of another party? And he got away with it. Now we have a pseudo unitary government where a player in another party is brought to occupy a sensitive position. So, politically speaking, I do not envy Rivers State currently. Right. And I agree with Prof. that the judiciary must sit up so that the judiciary is not thrown into ridicule. These things are clear. The laws are clear, and let's follow it. And let's find out, is politics now about serving the people or about personal aggrandizement? We need to emphasize all this.
Even you, who are a member of the judiciary, had said that you pity, that institution.
I do. Look at the case of Kano.
Well, before we go there, we'll definitely go there. David from Rivers is joining us. And after David, I would like to go back to Dr. Wanosike. David, quickly, just a minute to make your point. Carry on, David.
Hello, good morning. I'm David from Minnesota.
Yeah, David, carry on. We can hear you.
In regard to this politics going on, I think the tenure of this local government chairman are over. So I think human beings, and as a good politician, you were elected. And then before your swearing in or in the presence of the law, either Bible or whatever you believe on, you sworn an oath to
David, I'm afraid we lost David. We lost the connectivity with David. You might try to reach us back so we can hear your own contribution. Dr. Wanosike, let me quickly come to you. Could you help us confirm this news that we just saw coming in? Rivers State Governor Simla Ifubara is said to have officially sworn in the newly appointed caretaker committee chairman for the state's 23 local government areas. And they said the swearing-in ceremony took place at the government house in Port Harcourt. Did you get this? Did you get the information? And how do you react to it?
Yeah, we got this information early hours of this morning that the three-man House of Assembly sat, whether it's 5 a.m. or 4 a.m. this morning to commence the screening of men that were picked by the governor to run an administration for him. It's a flagrant disobedience to Motosho's judgment. And so that brings me to our learned colleague, our learned senior that is there, to just ask him, that is he telling Nigerians that it was right for the governor not to appeal the judgment of Omotosho? Apart from appealing the judgment of Omotosho, is it saying that it was right for the governor to refuse to obey the orders of court? Is he also saying that the governor should also disobey the orders given by Justice Bassam? So is it that the governor will choose and pick the orders or interim orders like he said he wants to obey? Is it the judiciary? Is it the one he learned in law school that he attended? As far as you are concerned, Nigerians are watching this drama play out. And the likes of him will be quoted tomorrow that if there's a judgment of court, you have not appealed it and you have refused to obey it, because a Motosho's judgment, you can put it on the, you still have the Motosho's judgment. Put it to Nigerians to read. Let Nigerians read the prayer and the relief granted. Let them read. It is obvious there. You must not do caretaker committee. Today, the governor has breached that part of that order, that judgment of court. So let our learned colleague tell Nigerians that, we now have a governor who do not respect the rule of law. The governor who will come and tell us that he's the one that allowed assembly to stay afloat. The governor who told us as local government chairman that he will seize our allocation and we will smell and come and crawl and beg him. You see, the issue is, you may not like Wanosike, but Wanosike will speak the truth. I have done my part for my people. Let me repeat to say, I have done my part for my people as a local government chairman. My records are there. If not for what is happening between the House of 10th House of Assembly led by Martin Samewule and the governor of Rivers State, which is not my concern. My concern is if Martin Samewule's led assembly has said, gentlemen, thank you, your tenor has allowed, we'll go happily. I'm going to be celebrating because God saw me through. I know what I went through as a local government chairman.
Right. Right.
But what we're saying is that you want to come and govern us. You have to govern us with the rule of law now. We're not in the Banana Republic now. The military, it's not a military regime. Even in military regimes, the courts are still working. But here in Rivers State, as you see now, under the leadership of Simla Ifubara, who is very gentle, who is very calm, and we're seeing the outright lawlessness above military dictatorship, where people are being clamped on, people are being intimidated, people are being shot at, that if you don't obey what they want, your own is finished. No.
Right.
I won't belong to such a society.
Dr. Wanosike.
I will stand with the laws of Nigeria, and a day will come when the truth will be made known to the world.
Okay, let's bring in Otumba Debo from Abeokuta, who is calling in from Abeokuta. Otumba Debo, you have just a minute to quickly make a point.
Yeah. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Carry on.
Okay. What I want to say is quite different. I want to address the lawyer there. In the presidential system we are operating in America, do we have 3 tiers of government? Certainly not. They have 2 tiers of government, presidential and state. And the states are allowed to create local government that they can maintain. So that is what, if I'm right, that is what we should follow in Nigeria and scrap the 774 local government that the Abdul Salam imposed on the constitution to favor the North, where the 2/3 of the 774 local government reside, and 1/3 for the entire South. So we should go by the right presidential system we are operating and have 2 tiers of government and allow the governor to create local governments of their own. Thank you.
Thank you, Otumba Debo from Abeokuta. You've actually made your own point, and let me bring you to the studio too.
We have the system of 3-tier government.
Right.
And what the government is trying
that is constitutionally recognized.
Exactly, Section 7 of the Nigerian Constitution 1999 as amended. So what the federal government is trying to do now is that because the positive impact of governance is not felt at the grassroots, or a complaint that there is joint account between state and local government, that those funds should be directly given to the local government area. And the federal government is approaching it from the angle that is relevant to what we are discussing, that local government areas should have elected leadership, And on that note, I agree with Dr. Sam. You see, I'm not here to say that a governor should carry out illegality by appointing caretakers. It's one of the issues that is being attended to in the Supreme Court currently, and we are monitoring it. My position is that I have been invited here today to discuss whether it is proper for the local government chairman, defunct, to insist on remaining in office beyond the stipulated time or not. So I'm not here to discuss House of Assembly and all those ones. And again, I repeat, in the Nigerian Law School, Victoria Island, we were taught to focus on issues, though there may be other issues that throw light on the main issues. So with all due respect, Doctor, I am an advocate of respecting the rule of law, and I started from there. But if politically in Nigeria we have come to the point where the rule of law is trampled upon for political disadvantages, I don't want to refer to it as advantages, then I'm just saying that nobody can tell who the next victim will be, because the perpetual victims are the citizens who are held in abject poverty and penury. So concerning whether we are bringing political solutions or whatever, the laws are clear. The judiciary will continue to interpret laws. There are several of it.
And the law they say.
Exactly. But today, I have been brought here, and I remain focused to talk about the attempt to elongate the stay in office. And my position is that by virtue of Section 9, subsection 1, of the Rivers State Local Government Law number 5 of 2018, we have a 3-year term ascribed or allotted to lead the local government, and you have a combined office of the chairman and the councillor, and after that, and again, it should be decent for Governor Fubara to carry out an election into these offices, particularly if he is proactive, if he's monitoring the line of movement in the case before the Supreme Court. Because we need to streamline everything to be in line with the law. This regime of some governors not even appointing leadership in local government, and you keep collecting allocation. That is what the federal government is in the Supreme Court will say.
I don't want to
that will not be allowed anymore.
I don't want to drag you to the issue of ad hominem, which you're actually running away from. But he said something, Dr. Wanosike said something that, look at Governor Simlai Fubara, calm, mean, when he talks, gentle and all of that, and then, which is completely in dissonance with what we see playing out in River State. How do you think you can interpret that? I'm not dragging you to ad hominem.
I'm not holding brief for anyone, but you see, I made reference to the very wonderful book of Chinua Achebe, Things Fall Apart, the Center Cannot Hold. I reluctantly moved to the battle between the governor and the House of Assembly members that led to the burning down and demolition of the House of Assembly. No, but we are not even discussing the cost of that to the country and who has been held culpable he also came out to say that some law enforcement agents were attempting to shoot at him. We've been seeing video. What I'm here to say today is that democracy is to enhance the fortunes of the people.
That's right.
And if it's not serving that purpose, we cannot run away from the anarchy that we are experiencing, because in the environment of poverty, crises are inevitable. And that's what we are saying now.
Absolutely. Dr. Wanosike, let me confirm this. I guess you said it a little earlier. How many tenures have you done? Would the Tuesday end to the last tenure, last administration, end your first term tenure or second term?
I'm a second-term local government chairman, which the certificate of return issued to me in 2001 reads clearly 17th of June.
Okay. The question I want to ask you regarding that, very quickly, because we have just less than 2 minutes to go. Some have actually argued that for those who are, your colleagues who are saying that, no, this is not the way to go. We have been given 6 months, duration to finish our tenure, and so that there will be a contest for another election. They are saying that they should just go, and then if they are interested in holding on to their offices, what is better for them to do is to come back and contest if they are sure of their popularity. Do you feel that's the way to go?
Please, sir, there is something that our learned colleague is dodging away from, and I want him to answer. Justice Omotosho gave a judgment 24th of January. Sir, can you paste that judgment before your screen? Let our learned leader there tell us that it was right for the governor to disobey an order of court and decide to go and shop from a court at the state level that he has control over, interim injunction to create an assembly of 3 men.
Dr. Wanosike,
if going by what Omotosho said, if going by what Omotosho has said, sir, please, allow me make this point.
He has actually answered that. I guess you have actually spoken.
I won't turn stone to bread. Doctor, with all due respect, I'm not here on on House of Assembly matters today.
Right, Dr. Wanosike, I guess...
Something left or something. The Omotosho judgment is key, is the foundation to this issue. You cannot beat something and not expect it to stand, sir. Lawyer, you know the truth. And it's going by what you also say.
Okay. Hold on, Dr. Wanosike. Let us satisfy... Let us satisfy our conscience in this. Right, just Dr. Barrister, could you just quickly, respond in less than 30 seconds?
I've responded. I'm here on this tenure elongation. I'm not here for the House of Assembly or whatever.
Okay.
It is a doctrine of necessity.
Hold on. So it takes to tango. So,
Dr. Wanosike, let us, because of our time, it's an ongoing conversation. Although you refuse to answer my own question, I'm the one moderating this show. So I would have loved that you respond to my question. But then, because of our time, we just have to call it a wrap.
Go ahead.
Okay, quickly respond to that question. People are saying that they should come back and contest. They should allow that the council chairmen who are interested in offices should come back and contest and show their popularity. Did you get a question?
There is nobody preparing to do election in Rivers State. The governor was clear about it, included in the budget.
Okay.
In fact, Rivers State do not have a budget because Omotosho judgment was clear.
That's right. That answers it anyway. I'm hearing voices in my ears, and that means we have to go. That means we have to go. Well, it's an ongoing conversation. Most definitely, we will talk about it. As soon as issues, information, and details continue to emerge from Rivers State. Dr. Samuel Wanosike, Chairman, Ikwere Local Government Area. Thank you so much for your keenness of insight on this conversation. Thank you. As well as in the studio, we've been speaking with lawyer, political affairs analyst, Jide Ologun. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. I wish Rivers State peace and prosperity in respect of this matter.
That's right.
God bless Nigeria.
Amen. And thank you too for watching. Thank you so much for your company. Tomorrow will be another day, and I will be here to have another interesting conversation with you. Have a lovely day. Bye for now.
In the heat of the summer, walking on the road feels like walking on hot coals. How do I cope with this heat?
And how do I cope with that bad odor?
By staying 5 degrees cooler.
Body odor is caused by germs, and on hot days, the sweating and the odor are more. That's why you need to get the new improved Dettol Cool Soap, which offers up to 5 degrees instant cooling sensation and protects you from 99.9% odor-causing germs.
The following is a paid presentation by ShopX TV. Do you struggle with having an active and healthy lifestyle due to your busy schedule? Do you find it difficult to make it to the gym? You want to improve your overall health, but don't know where and how to start? Medical experts agree that walking, running, and jogging are amongst the best ways to stay fit and enjoy a great active and healthy lifestyle. What if there was a convenient and affordable way to improve your health, improve your mood, and lose weight right in your own home? Introducing the SportX Digital Compact Treadmill, the compact foldable treadmill that makes being active and losing weight fast and easy. Just unfold it and walk, jog, or run while you watch your favorite programs on TV. And when you're done, just fold it and store it away. Now that's convenience. The secret is its advanced design that houses a 1-horsepower motor that is twice the size of most treadmills, packed into a nice compact unit, powering every step you take. You get the SportX Digital Compact Treadmill System complete with a rugged commercial-grade ultra-durable traction belt, large LCD multifunctional display that displays speed, time, distance, calories, and has 12 different exercise programs, as well as a magnetic safety key for added security.
The SportX treadmill has really helped me get back in shape after childbirth. I love it because it's compact and can fit anywhere in the house. And when I'm done, I fold and put it away. Easy peasy.
This is the best piece of equipment for people like me who want to stay active without leaving the home. I simply unfold it and use it while I watch my favorite program on TV.
Joining a gym can cost an absolute fortune, and you could be paying up to 490,000 naira in annual gym fees. Get the SportX Compact Digital Treadmill to save the cost and work out of the convenience of your home. You would normally pay 500,000 naira for a treadmill like this. Call the number on your screen now and get the SportX Compact Digital Treadmill for not 450,000 naira, but for just 400,000 naira only. And that's not all. You can get the SportX Compact Digital Treadmill in 2 easy payments of 200,000 naira. That's right, pay twice and get this amazing fitness solution. But wait, there's more. If you order now, you get the SportX Compact Digital Treadmill delivered to you for free wherever you are in Nigeria, and it comes with a ShopX 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied with the treadmill, send it back for a full refund. But hurry, limited stock available. Call the number on your screen now or scan the QR code or visit our website to place your order while stock lasts.
The preceding was a paid presentation brought to you by ShopX TV.
At TVC News, wherever the big news story is happening, we're geared up to break it. TVC News, first with breaking news.
Hello and welcome to TVC News this hour. We're staying with developments from Rivers State, where Governor Siminalayi Fubara has now sworn in caretaker committee chairman for the 23 local government councils of the state. The swearing-in ceremony was performed at the Executive